brothers walking around with high hats on, and they know they represent something, but they don't really know exactly what all that's about, and they need to be educated as to our history, the history of the black man, and also what I found, like I told the young man that asked me a few minutes ago about you guys, I told him what I find every Moor that I have met was genius and intelligence. So I think whatever it is, I know you have to be ultra intelligent to be a part of it. So that's all I can remember to say. But I'll just give us a little bit about history and what you all doing in LA, and just talk about a bit, you know, who you all are, what you represent.
It's my brother Alan Bay. I represent the Moorish Science Temple of America, Los Angeles, temple number 77. And basically what we represent is love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. That's what the green star on our flag represents. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. They're the higher principles known to man. And that's the principles of our flag. The flag of the first people, or the first man, like we like to say, because we know that all of our people are the first people here on earth. Islam, and when we say Islam, we mean peace, because a lot of times when you hear Moors speak, you hear us say Islam a lot. But we represent the Holy and Divine Prophet Noble Drew Ali, who was born in 1886 in North Carolina, and he came to these shores to teach us about our nationality and our divine principles of our ancient forefathers. See, it was a time when our people, like we all know, in 1865, we came out of slavery, right? Some of us, and majority of us, Islam, our forefathers and them, got caught in a little situation when they was in slavery. After slavery, we didn't know who we was. We was running around still calling ourselves by the names that the slave masters called us. And a lot of people think that those names are Johnson and Williamson and Smith. No, that's not the names we're talking about. We're talking about the names Negro, Black, and Color. Those are the names that were put on us by the conquerors, you know, who conquered our people over in Europe, and the ones who came over here to these shores. And so when we talk about the Moors, we talk about our actual nationality of the first people here in America, and also the first people of the world. Mainly in America though. We've been here over 10,000 years. We represent the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Like I said, he was the first brother to come and teach Islam to our people here in America and to the inner cities. So it was the first time that our people got the light of this man called Noble Drew Ali, who was a follower of the Honorable Marcus Garvey. Islam. So there's so much we could talk about when we talk about Moorish science, but it's basically on nationality, on love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And the main question is, why do our people refer to themselves as Black, Colors, Negroes, African Americans, all of these titles that were given to us by other people? For instance, Africa is a continent with over 57 nations. Which nation is called Black? No disrespect to the word Black, but it's an English word. Right? Black is an English word, right? So if we was to talk about dark hue, we might want to use a Wolof word, or, you know, some other type of word that deals with our people over in Africa. And we use that word to describe our hue, but not an English word. When we actually look up this English word, it actually means pale in the dictionary, because our people are not understanding. When we read in these English words and speaking in this English language, you have what they call, when we look in the dictionary, you have the adjectives, the nouns, and the verbs. After Black is an adjective, so it couldn't be referring to a people, because it's referring to a description of a people. All right? And that description is pale bleach, because it's a German word, an English word, when you look up the etymology of the word.
Yes, thank you so much. What I know in today's time, we have Ancestry.com, because if you notice and you look at television, all of the white people that come on there, when they do their history and their ancestry, they always have somebody they related to back in Africa, right?
Of course.
Everybody should be able to get their history now. That should not be an excuse for people to know exactly where they come from, because even Ancestry.com has it right?
Yes, they got FamilySearch.org. They have all, and that's how to do the searching. And it's how to do the searching as well, because once you do your family search, it's going to be a lot of things that you're going to see about yourself and about your family that's true. Some of your family members were slave masters. Some of them, they enslaved their own people. A lot of times when they enslaved their own people, they were relatives, not because they were meant to enslave them, but because their relatives kind of wasn't free already, and the family members bought them and kept them on their plantation. You understand? So you got to understand these type of dynamics that happen with our people. You have to understand that King George of England III, who the colonists were fighting was actually what they would call a black man. We call him a Moor, but most people would know him as a black man.
And
his wife, Queen Charlotte.
I've done some research.
She was a sister. So the European colonists that was over here was actually fighting Moorish people or so-called black people. So were you really the ones that was enslaved? So we got to really understand true history and the dynamics of true history.
Real
Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing with us.
I appreciate
We're
that.
out here in LEIMERT Park. These other Moors got you a little bit of education going on. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to reach me, Teresa King, Queen Teresa King at Sing Teresa King. Catch me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm around. Don't forget to meet us at the Globe Theater. We're in the Rasta camp. Stay with us because we got lots more coming.
Check us out. I'm Brother Alan Bay. This is Brother Shafiq Hussein Ill. My Brother John's Ill. You can catch us at 8916 Western on Friday from 7 to 9 o'clock and on Sundays from 11 to 1:30.
That's in Los Angeles, California.
That's in Los Angeles, California.
Southwestern Avenue.
Southwestern Avenue.
Western Avenue. Who's the
That be
hottest?
Check it out, who'sthegoddess.com.
Islam to all the Moors. Islam to all the Rastas. Islam to all the gods on earth. Islam to the Hebrew Israelites. Islam to all of our conscious community. Islam, people.
The shipping brothers in the sunshine. Take away the car key. You got my transportation. Feminist vocabulary. Was in Pomona, driving my hope. That's when I saw the road line. Too late to stop and make a U-turn. Slipping, I'm stashing mine. I observe the PD flagging me down. Listen, pull over, K9 search calls on the corner. Cops said, are you the registered owner? Well, yes I am. He took my info, headed to his car window. Signal, he was popping out to let me go. Now I'm thinking to myself, he must smell my herb. Got 2 aces, too late to dump it out on the curb. Herb patrol tells me, get out of Ethiopian cold. Face was readable, knew he was gon' handcuff me, bro. Yeah, I tried to reason, didn't get a chance to contest. Do you know you never warrant out for your arrest? Well, see around the corner, sitting up in a roadblock, watching for my ID. You're my registration. The chicken brothers in the sunshine. Take away the car key. You got my transportation. Baby, it's my Hollywood. Roadblock. Good speech, solid dude as I breathe. Mentally manifest goals to achieve. Action is the key, no slacking on our vein. 50 in my clip, get big, get rich. Sun rising like my chest as I hit the last set. Ancestors altar, awakes with libation. You still resting, begin meditation. 9 ohms out the dome, feel the relaxation. Follow my commanding codes of affirmation. We step outside to catch the sunrise. Eyes closed, feel the rise in my blue eye. Lights ran when you had a little discipline. Smell fresh kale coming from the kitchen vent. Increase saliva, now ready for the nourishment. Increase saliva, I'm blessed for this stuff. See around the corner, setting up the roadblock. Asking for my ID. You're my registration. They should be brothers in the